morning everyone and welcome back to another video. This should be the meals of the week video, but I'm actually doing things a little bit differently this week. I am determined to use up my freezer, so I thought the meals of the week is going to look pretty samey as the last few weeks, because there's a lot of meals that we've had the last few weeks in the freezer that are frozen and just need to use up. But I really need to get that freezer emptied. The one in my cupboard, I have two freezers. The one in my cupboard needs emptied because I want to start buying all like the Christmas frozen stuff, like for buffets and that. We usually just have a Boxing Day buffet, so I want to start buying a little bits of that because there is quite a few good offers on at the minute, which you may see in next week's shopping haul if I can get it emptied enough to fit them in. So what I'm going to do this week is actually show you guys what I eat in the full week, like breakfast if I have it, lunch, dinner, and I don't actually have anything to eat after dinner. For those that don't know, I am on the Slimming World plan. I am trying to lose weight. I'm trying to get to target. I've got 4 stone, 4 pound to go as of today, which is Friday the 30th of October. Yeah, done my weigh-in this morning, and this starts a new week of meals as well. I usually film my meals Friday to Thursday, so that's what you're going to see. If I remember, I hope I flipping remember to film them all. I'm really bad like that. I'm used to filming my meals of the week and my dinners every night, and I take pictures usually of lunches or breakfasts or that for Instagram, but filming them, oh, we'll see how it goes guys. I'm really sorry if I do miss any. If I miss any, I might put in the pictures and that, because I do mostly take pictures. Also, just want to say that I've not straightened my hair yet, so sorry about the bush that you're currently viewing. But let's take a look at what I'm eating for breakfast. I've been up since 6:30 and it's 10:30 now, so it's kind of breakfast. But actually, before I go anywhere else with this video, I need to say that I set my Healthy Extra A milk allowance, both of them, aside every day for milk in my coffee. So I use unsweetened soya milk, which you get 400 mils of for one Healthy Extra A. So that means I have 800 mils a day of soya milk to use. And usually on my work days and that, I don't drink anywhere near that. I just like to set it aside, and I can't use any Healthy Extra A for anything else. But on days off like today, I usually do drink quite a lot. I get up at 6:30 and I go to bed about 10 or something at night, so I do drink a lot of coffee. Don't judge me, I just drink a lot of coffee. I love it. It's the one bad habit I've really yet to crack. So let me show you what I'm having just now. So I'm not overly hungry at the minute. I am getting a little bit peckish, but I'm trying to save my bigger meal, because if I have something, a big meal now, I'm not going to be able to eat at lunchtime. And I like to eat my Friday lunchtime with Ali because he gets a half day from school. So I'm just going to have 2 little pears at the minute. They're speed fruit, sorry. So they're just going to tide me over till 1:30 when Ali gets home. And I'm also on my third, yep, don't judge me, don't judge me, don't judge me. My 3rd cup of coffee today. It is 10:30. I've been up since 6:30, like I said, and my days off, I really just drink so much coffee. And I've already spoke about the soya milk that I use, and for those that aren't aware, this is the sugar that I use. It's a Canderel Sugarly. It's like half a teaspoon I use of this in my coffee. I do set aside 2 sins every day just to be safe. You don't need to sin it if it's less than a tablespoon or if you're not using it in baking, but I just don't like that idea of not sinning it at all. So I always set aside 2 sins a day that's for the Canderel Sugarly that I use in my coffee, just to be safe. Better safe than sorry, I think, but you really don't need to sin it, I don't think, at all. So already I'm at 2 sins for the day just for all the sweeteners that I'm going to use in my coffee. And I'm not going to show you every coffee I have because it's copious amounts. Just let's say there's going to be 8, because that's how many I allow myself a day at a maximum. Alright, it's 1:20 now and Ali's just home from school, so I have made myself some Bubble and Squeak patties. I had leftover cabbage from our dinner last night. I always end up cutting too much cabbage, so that inspired me to make some Bubble and Squeak. So I peeled a couple of potatoes, and then I fried up some bacon, and then I just mushed it all together, used an egg to bind it all, and I made 5 patties, so I've still got 2 for tomorrow's lunch, and they are completely sin free. The cabbage is speed, the potatoes and bacon are free, and I've got them on a bed of rocket. And I had some grated carrot left from our meal, I think it was 2 nights ago. I grated some carrot for a salad or something, so I just wanted to get that used up today as well, so we've got that. So carrots and rocket for speed, and as a little treat today, I'm having a winter gingerbread cake bar for 6 cents. And just for comparison, what I eat compared to what my son eats, he's having a hot dog. This is one of the big, the jars that you get the hot dogs in that. The hot dog is absolutely massive compared to the roll. So he's got some ketchup and mustard in there, and that's just the end bits that I couldn't fit in the bowl. Like, the hot dog was so long it wouldn't fit in his dish. And then he's got some Doritos. He got these from his uncle the other day. They're tangy cheese, flaming hot or something like that, like really spicy ones. So I'm just giving him the rest of them to finish off. Okay, I had a rummage in the freezer, and tonight for dinner we're going to have the homemade jalapeno burgers that I had made 2 or 3 weeks ago. I made them. I'm having it on a roll, which is my healthy extra B choice for today. On the bottom, I've got half a cin's worth of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon, the lighter than light mayonnaise, some spinach, tomatoes, and some cooked red onion. Then my burger, and then a reduced fat cheese slice, which is 2.5 cents. And then I've got a tablespoon's worth of ketchup on top, which is half a cent. So 3.5 cents for my burger tonight. And then I've got some chips. I'm trying to be good with the carbs, but this stuff is making it so hard because it's so delicious. So I'm having chips to have that again, plus it's burger and chips. And then I do have a salad. It is bigger than it looks. I've got one of my pickled eggs that I made. The salad's under that. I've got rocket, tomato, cucumber, and some corn on there. So 3.5 cents in total for tonight's dinner. I'm also having my second can of iron brew, sugar-free iron brew, which is free, and I'm going to have one of these gingerbread Muller lights, which I love. They're half a cent each. And then Ali's got all the exact same as me. The only difference is that he's actually not got red onion on his, and he's having one of these Scream Soreen bars, the toffee apple one. This is his last one. He's had them in his lunches all week. Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday the 31st of October. It's Halloween today. Ali and I are celebrating Halloween tomorrow because I'm working today. I made a big boob. I always thought for the last couple of months that Halloween was the Sunday, but it turns out it's a Saturday. I only discovered that last week. So it's a work day today, and before I go on to that, I actually never said that I ended the day on 11.5 cents. I didn't have anything after. Sorry, that's a lie. That's 12 because I've not put my gingerbread yogurt in. So it's actually going to be 12. I'll need to write that in. I just realised that as I looked at it. So it'll be 12 cents for yesterday. And also what you didn't see was I had my nieces yesterday afternoon, and we made the Millions cookies. I don't know if you've seen them in the Poundland shopping haul that I've done recently. They made them. There's only 2 left, but I did have they're tiny little cookies. Like, I'll show you. I had a half of one of them because the girls wanted me to try their cookies. So I'm going to count that. I mean, I don't know how many cents to count it is, but it was a tiny little half one of these. Like, look at the size of that. It's tiny. So I guess 2 cents or something for it, but I did end the day on 12, so that'll be fine. Anyway, like I said, it's a work day today. I don't usually have breakfast on work day. I can't stomach it. I can't stomach breakfast till a good 3 or 4 hours after I've woke up anyway, which is why I usually only have it on my days off. So I am just having a coffee. This is my second coffee already. I need a coffee before I can even get up out my bed. So that's my second one. Okay, it's 2:45 and I'm just about to have my lunch. I'm just not long in from work, about 10 minutes or something. So today I'm having 4 of the cracked black pepper Rivita. I think you get 4 of them for your healthy extra B. No, I've double checked it online. You get 4 for your healthy extra B. And on them I've got 2 with patty, Brussels patty, which is 4.5 cents for 25 grams. And then I've got 2 Laughing Cow light blue cheese triangles, so that's 3 cents in total because they're 1.5 cents each. So that's 7.5 cents for the toppings on my crackers. I've got 2 of my homemade pickled eggs. Actually, these are my last 2. I need to go and make more. And then I've got cucumber on top of my crackers, well, the toppings on my crackers, and I've got a couple of tomatoes as well. And I've got my coffee, I've got my iron brew, because I go and sit and chill out and watch something on the TV for a little while after work. So I take them both with me. And I've got one of these little Milky Way bars, which is 3.5 cents. So let me just think how many cents that is. 7.5, 8, 9, 10, 11 cents in total for my lunch. 11 cents, I know, seems quite high, but actually I know my dinner's sin-free, so that's fine. I can use all the cents I want on my lunch. Tonight for dinner, I'm having the pinto bean chili again. I've got I had 3 portions in the freezer, so I'm using one. That's 2 left to go. And I've got carrots and broccoli and asparagus on the side for speed. I'm also going to have a pear and a Mueller yogurt for half a cent. And Ali's having 2 of these breaded chicken breasts that I had in the freezer. Some southern fried chicken noodles, because we had chips last night. And he's having some sweet corn and some raw carrots. Good morning everyone, it's Sunday the 1st of November today, which means it's my stepdad's birthday. I'll need to remember to message him. I hope everybody had a lovely Halloween, whatever they were doing. I know for the most of us we were staying at home. Ali and I watched a couple of movies last night, but we plan on having the most of our Halloween celebrations today. Just jumping on here this morning to tell you I'm having my second coffee. I'm going to have breakfast, but I'm going to wait till Ali's up a little bit later and make us a little cooked breakfast. And yesterday I ended the day on 12.5 cents, and look at this, my brother popped in last night and he just saw all the food that was where he sat down. He saw all the food that I was writing. He thought I was writing myself a shopping list, so he's put on it Colin a present because he's totally the fave, and an advent box for Christmas because he's wanting one of my advent boxes. He's determined to get one. I'm like, no, you're not getting one. So yeah, that's my food diary for yesterday. Thought it was my shopping list, and I ended the day on 12.5 cents. So that's not too bad. I'm going to try and maybe keep it a little bit lower today. I'll see how things go. I mean, we're going to be watching movies, so there might be a few little snacky snacks, but I don't know. See if I can keep it lower for the rest of the week. Anyway, I'll catch up with you when I make some breakfast. So it's now 11 o'clock and Ali woke up about half an hour ago, so I set about making our breakfast today. I'm having some scrambled egg. I used the tiniest little bit of milk out of my Healthy Extra A allowance. I measured out 100 mils and I used some of it in my scrambled egg and some of it in my tea, because I don't use a lot of milk in my tea. I use far more in my coffee. So the eggs are free, a little bit of Healthy Extra A milk and salt and pepper, and then I've got some cooked tomatoes. I've got 4 of the hash brown waffles, which are 1 cent each, so that's 4 cents, and some beans. I know there's a lot more everything else on my plate than speed, but I do have a pear as well that I'm going to have after. So 4 cents in total for today's breakfast, and Ali's breakfast is one of the McDonald's fake away sausage McMuffin things with the pork and herb sausage patties, a fried egg, a cheese slice and some ketchup, and he's also got some of the hash brown waffles and beans. So tonight for dinner we're having some baked potato soup. The only sins in this are for the lightest Philadelphia, and there's about 7.5 sins in there, and it's went into 4 portions, so I'm going to say 2 sins. It's less than 2 sins, but I'll say 2 sins just to keep myself right. So 2 sins for the soup. That is delicious, by the way. And then we've got a sandwich and some crisps. I've got tuna mayonnaise on there, which you can't see because of all the spinach. But the tuna mayonnaise is 1 cent for the mayonnaise, the lighter than light mayonnaise that I used. The bread is my Healthy Extra B choice. That has a lot of spinach on there. Spinach is obviously speed. And then I've got the Tesco cheese curls, which are 4 cents. So 4, 5, 6, 7 cents for tonight's dinner. That's mine. And that's Ali. He has Hazlitt on his sandwich instead of tuna. Good morning everyone, it's now Monday morning and it's a work day for me, which means I'm only literally going to have coffee until I get my lunch. Yesterday Ali and I had the loveliest Halloween day and we just watched movies and everything. It was really good. I only had that bowl of melon as snacks while I was watching the movie. I think my breakfast and my dinner kept me quite full while we were watching all our films and stuff and carving pumpkins and everything. Anyway, I think I stopped writing everything down yesterday, so I was trying to write it down earlier on this morning. I think I've got everything down. I will double check and all that. I mean, I can obviously just go back and look at my videos, but I think I got everything down. So from what I can remember, I ended the day on 11 sins, which is good. I'm trying to find the balance this week between using too much pasta and rice and potatoes. I've had two big, pretty heavy potato days on Friday with the chips and yesterday with the hash browns and the potato soup, so I'm going to try and be good with that for the rest of the week. Today for lunch I'm having a starter, a main course and a pudding. I didn't plan it that way, it's just how it's worked out. It's what I'm fancying. So I've got some spinach and boiled eggs because I need to use up the rest of that spinach. That's completely sin free. The spinach is speed, it's just black pepper and some salt all over the top of it. I've got some homemade butternut squash soup that was in the freezer. Took that out and zapped it, and that is no sins either, and speed because of the butternut squash, and I think there's onions in there as well. I've got 2 slices of wholemeal bread for my healthy extra B, and then I'm finishing it off with a bowl of melon. So completely sin free for today's lunch. Tonight's dinner is a little bit of a hodgepodge of stuff. I had one of these pork and herb patties left in the freezer that I wanted to use up, but I've had my healthy extra beef for today, so I can't have it on a roll. So I've just kind of made the McDonald's style fake away burger patty things without the roll. So I've got a fried egg on the bottom, and then I've got a reduced fat cheese slice. I put that in the middle so it goes all nice and melty. That's 2.5 cents for the cheese slice, 2.5 cents for the pork and herb patty, and half a cent for the tablespoon of reduced salt and sugar ketchup that's on the top. So 5.5 cents for that. And then I've had some asparagus and broccoli left over from dinner. I think it was 2 nights ago. I just had it in the fridge, so I warmed that up in the microwave. It's just got salt and pepper on it. And then I wanted a salad as well, but all I have is tomato, cucumber and red onions. So that's what I've done. I just chopped them all up, and I found some pickled eggs in the cupboard, a whole unopened jar. I don't know how that survived for so long. So all in all, it's... Did I say pickled eggs? Oh, sorry, it's pickled onions. Ali just told me that I said it wrong. Pickled onions. I've got pickled eggs on the brain. Yeah, so 5.5 cents in total for tonight's dinner. And for afters, I'm going to have a pear. And Ali's having 3 of these cod fish cakes that were in the freezer, and some just regular oven chips that were in the freezer, and some beans. And he'll probably have a bit of the melon or something afterwards, because he's had a sweet treat already today. Good afternoon, everyone. It is 1:30. I got a wee early today. I'm taking an hour back that they owe me from a job that I done a couple of weeks ago. So it's nice to get a nice wee early finish today. I done it, I could take it any day that I wanted, but I took it today because I literally ran out of things to do. Anyway, today's lunch is the leftover potato soup that we had on Sunday. This is the last portion. I can't remember if I said it or not, but the soup went into 4 portions. I gave one to Mark, and this is the last one. And I don't want to put it in the freezer because I'm trying to clear out my freezer. So that's 2 cents for that. Well, it's less than 2 cents, but I'm counting it as 2 cents just to protect my weight loss. 2 cents. And I'm also having boiled eggs. That's just salt and pepper on top. I've not got any spinach left to have with it today, or I would be having it. And a big bowl of melon. I mean, it's not the best speedy. It's more like carbs and protein here. But the bowl of melon makes me feel better about the speed intake. And before I forget, because I never popped on this morning to say good morning to you guys, I was too busy blethering with Ali this morning. I ended yesterday on 7.5 cents, so I'm happy with that. I'm trying to keep my sins quite low because I'm going for that £1 this week, and I know if I'm up to my limit in all my sins, I'm probably not going to get there this week, so I'm trying to be a little bit better with my sins this week. Tonight for dinner, I have found chicken and chorizo pasta that I cooked a couple of weeks ago. I made far too much. I didn't actually mean to make this into a batch cook or a freezer meal. I made way too much. It's 4.5 cents for the chorizo that I used in it. And it was 4.5 cents when that was between 4 portions. But this actually went into 5 portions. So it would be a little less than 4.5 cents. But I'm just going to keep it at 4.5 cents just to keep myself right. And then I've got some broccoli, Brussels sprouts and carrots on the side for speed. I can't remember what I put in that. I don't know if I put any vegetables or that, any onions or that. I can't remember. It was a couple of weeks ago. And then for pudding, I'm going to have a pear and one of these bad boys. I've been saving them. I didn't want to eat them all at once, and then I'm left with like quite a few this week, so that's half a sin. So all in all, it'll be 5 sins for tonight's dinner for me. And Ali's having the same. He's just got broccoli, and I put some pecorino cheese because we've still got that going strong in the fridge. Put some pecorino cheese on top of his. I'm not having any. I don't want to use sins on cheese today. And he's got a wedge of melon. Hi everyone, it's now Wednesday. I have a day off today. I didn't have any breakfast this morning. It was just my usual 40 million coffees. And I'm now peckish. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock now, so I'm just going to have some lunch. I've got 4 of the I've got 4 of the cracked black pepper Rivitas, which is my healthy extra B choice for today. And on top of that, I found some of my homemade mushroom patty in the freezer. So it's 1 sin. I'll show you. I froze them in these little tubs that I got of ages ago, and I never used them before. I didn't think I was going to be able to use them, but I froze them in these little tubs, and they're 1 sin each for each little tub. And as you can see, I haven't used all of it. I've used most of it, but not all of it. It's 1 sin for the lightest Philadelphia that I used in the mushroom patty. And the mushroom patty is also speed because it's loads and loads of mushrooms. I've also got cucumber and tomato for speed. And I've got 2 pears as well. And I'm going to have a little sweet treat, which is 3.5 sins for this little fun size Milky Way. So all in all, 4.5 sins in total for today's lunch. And I forgot to mention that yesterday I ended the day on 9 sins. Basically just for my lunch and my dinner and the sugar in my coffee, sweetener in my coffee, I keep calling it sugar. So 9 cents for yesterday. Tonight for dinner we're having taco soup. You would have seen this last week. Was it last week we had it? I think it was last week. Yeah, so the taco soup is completely sin free. I have 25 grams of reduced fat cheddar on there for 3 sins. I would have had cottage cheese, but I've not got any left. Oh my god, look at this. I've also got 12.5 grams of tortilla chips, which is like 4 tortilla chips, and that's 3 sins. Because if I had the full 25 grams that I normally have, it'd take me well over my sins today. So, I mean, is it even worth it for 4? I don't even know. There's not too much speed in that soup, so I'm having a big wedge of melon. And then I'm also going to have a gingerbread Mueller Light for half a sin. Are you even surprised? So 6.5 sins for tonight's dinner. That's my one. And that's Ali's. Totally jealous of all the tortilla chips that he can have. Good morning everyone, it's now Thursday and it's actually a work day today, but I woke up this morning feeling quite hungry. I think it's because I didn't have too big of a dinner last night. And I haven't eaten anything since my dinner, since the taco soup. So I wanted to have a fried egg roll. And then I went in the fridge and my eggs, the 3 that I had left in the fridge, they were all cracked. So I couldn't have them. And then I thought, I'll just have some toast and patty. Not got any bread till I go to the shops. I'll probably get a loaf today. So I rummaged in my freezer. I had these wholemeal rolls. So I'm having a toasted wholemeal roll for my healthy extra B. And 25 grams of patty, which is 4.5 cents. I'm also going to have a pear and my second cup of coffee for today. So already I'm at 4.5 cents for today. Also yesterday I ended the day on 13 cents. So it's lunchtime and today I'm having a little bit of another hodgepodge, emptying out that freezer. Oh no, I got the freezer emptied. My freezer in the cupboard is completely emptied. So my mission has been achieved for this week. I've emptied it out. The other one in the kitchen, the one below my fridge, you know, my fridge freezer, that's now packed. But I managed to get the other one emptied and defrosted. Anyway, lunch, hodgepodge. I've got a broccoli and blue cheese soup. This is made using the Laughing Cow light blue cheese triangles. And it works out at 3/4 of a sin per portion for the cheese triangles. Or you could use it as part of your healthy extra A if you're not like me and drink all your healthy extra A allowance in coffee. I found these. I was so excited when I found these in the freezer. Onion badges, sin-free onion badges. They don't look the prettiest, it's hard to dress them up, but they are so good, they taste so nice. I was so happy when I seen them, I thought I'd ate them all. So I think there's a few there. That is going to be speed and there's sweet potato in it as well, which is free. I just have 3 slices of ham, which is free. That was just at the bottom of Ali's packet of ham that he was using for lunches the last couple of days. And he's not a packed lunch tomorrow, so it's not going to get used if I don't eat it today, so that's why I'm eating that. And then some tomatoes for speed, a pear for speed, and obviously coffee. Tonight for dinner, I'm having a chickpea curry. I made it using the Mayflower sauce, so it's 4 sins. I had a ton of chickpeas in my cupboard and I wanted to get them used up. So I've got red onion, spinach. I actually had like 5 blocks of frozen spinach left in my freezer, so I've just wanted to use that up as well. So red onion, spinach, and a tin of chickpeas. I actually ended up making far too much. I've got another portion there, but I did make enough sauce for that, so it's still like 4 cents per portion. Yeah, so I've still got another tub for the freezer, or Ali might have that tomorrow for lunch. And I did have a tub of frozen rice when I made too much rice once and I just froze it, so I just had to blast that in the microwave for a few minutes. So I'm having rice tonight. I don't have any cauliflower rice left. I need to go to the shops and get some. And on the side I've got some Brussels sprouts for speed. So the onions are speed, the spinach is speed, and then I've got my Brussels sprouts, and the chickpeas are free. So 4 cents in total for tonight's dinner. And Ali's having the bloody hot dogs again. I'm just trying to get them used up because they were like a jar of 6 or 8 or something. So we're just trying to use them up. And he's got 2 hot dog buns with mustard and ketchup, and then I've made him some instant noodles because I don't know, he thinks this might be enough, 2 hot dogs, but I know what Ali's like. He'll be picking all night if he just has them, because he's a grown, almost 13-year-old boy. I just realised that this is the last day for this week, so I'm going to show you what I ended my sins on today now, which is 11 1/4. Originally with my dinner I was going to have a gingerbread Muller light. I wrote this down just as I was cooking my dinner, but I was actually so full afterwards that I couldn't eat anything else. So it was going to be 11 3/4, but actually because I didn't have the Muller light, it's 11 1/4. So I think I had a pretty good week. I was under my sins every day. I think the only things that you guys didn't see were that like half little bit of cookie that the cookies that my nieces made. But I think even with that little half bit, I would have still been under my sins for the day. It was the tiniest little bit. It was basically a crumb, and also a bowl of melon, which I did actually record, but I don't know why I don't have the footage anymore. I must have deleted it accidentally or something, but yeah, a bowl of melon on Sunday when we were having our Halloween fest movie day, or movie fest, I should say. Anyway, guys, I'll wrap this up here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this compared to my other meals of the week, please let me know in the comments below. I will be filming again like this next week because I have set myself a little target for next week, which I will discuss in my weekly weigh-in update. If you would rather see this kind of video than my meals of the week, or my meals of the week rather than this kind of video, please let me know in the comments below, because I really just want to make videos that you guys want to see. Thank you so much for watching. Please like it if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.